Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, February 25th, and I'm going to rattle through several things here. Um, One is the Federal Reserve was down yesterday, and it seems like they haven't been saying much about that. But I want to talk about that real quick. As you know, if you've watched my channel at all, I work for a title company, and I've been there for a year. I do all of the deposits for the checks and everything. And so what I saw yesterday, I don't think I've ever seen since I've been there. And literally the Federal Reserve was down for several hours. And what that means is all of our buyers, or most of our buyers, will wire money in. It goes through the Federal Reserve and then it comes to our accounting department. The lenders wire their money in, goes through the Federal Reserve and comes to our accounting department. And we can't really do any closings until all the money is in. And then, like, if a seller has proceeds, that money gets wired out of our account through the Federal Reserve and to their bank. So the Federal Reserve is in the middle of a lot of transactions. And it was basically shut down for hours yesterday. And I went to do my deposit yesterday afternoon, and there was a note on the bank site that said the Federal Reserve was not receiving payments and it wasn't sending payments, and they really didn't know when it was going to let up. I did see later that it made an article with CNN. So what they were saying, I don't believe was the case, because I've never seen the Federal Reserve shut down and not do anything. I mean, I've seen like maybe some little glitches, but I feel like what happened yesterday was bigger than what they are letting on. So I don't know if they were doing that quantum financial reset, turning it over to that, or if that was part of it. But there just feels like a lot of stuff going on that's making little ripples in our lives. For example, today's Thursday. So Tuesday night, my TV lost internet, which is not necessarily that big of a deal. Our internet goes off in the apartment complex every once in a while. But the weird part was my phone internet went down too. So I couldn't access anything because I thought, oh, well, I'll just like finish watching what I was watching on my phone. I couldn't get on YouTube. I couldn't open up any of my bank apps. So basically the internet was down on my phone too. And it's two separate things. They're not connected to each other. So that like totally threw me for a loop. How does both of them go down at the same time? I still had power in my apartment. So that was just a strange thing. So I was like, oh my God, they're shutting the internet down like they've been saying. And then, of course, the Federal Reserve's down yesterday. And I was like, oh my God, something's happening. I can feel it. And I have made a comment to a friend of mine earlier in this week. I said, I feel like something big is about ready to pop. I can feel it in my soul. I can feel it in the energy. I can feel it in the people. And if it doesn't pop soon, somebody's going to just completely lose their shit. Me included. And so I was having a conversation with one of the closing agents yesterday, and one of the processors comes storming up front, and somebody had been giving her a hard time on the phone, and she just kind of was having a little meltdown. And I looked at the gal that I was talking to, and I was like, see, I told you. I'm like, something's going on. I can feel it from the people that I'm talking to on the phone. They're crabby, and it's kind of rubbing off on me, and I'm doing the best I can to shield myself from that energy. But Lord, I don't know. It's just, crazy. I will attach this, post it, pin it, whatever. Alexander Quinn, Starseed, did a really good video a couple of days ago on Ascension energies. In fact, he said he was doing it at midnight because he was trying to sleep, and his guides had other ideas and they made him get out of bed and do that video. And one of the things that he was talking about was not being able to sleep, people not being able to sleep. And I'm like, I am very much having that problem right now. I might get one good night's sleep once a week, and it's really annoying. And and I just don't know how to fix that right now. And that's part of that energy, I think. It's just like, it feels like everybody's just like waiting for something to happen, and the anxiety level is super high, and I'm doing everything I can to keep my anxiety level down, which soon I will bring all of my little parts and pieces and things that I am using to try to keep things down, essential oils and some teas and some practices that I've been doing. I'm like, God, the other night I was literally up at 2 o'clock in the morning meditating, trying to get my anxiety level down. And I don't have anything specific that is necessarily bothering me, other than I got in trouble at work the other day, and that kind of bothered me. And so maybe that was what was keeping me up that night. But I don't like getting in trouble for anything, although I've been in trouble my whole life for things that I didn't do and for things that I have. So I guess I'm sort of used to it. Let me think. Is there anything else? So the two videos that I do want to do that will be coming is, I'm going to get like my bag of tricks, things that I'm using to keep the anxiety levels down, because if I'm having these issues, I know, and they're talking about it on the Ascension symptoms, I know a lot of people must be going through this. I cannot be the only one feeling this. I mean, I can, like I said, I can tell it by the people that I'm talking to on the phone. I can tell it by the people in the office. They're just on the verge of losing their crap. So something is about to boil over and happen, one way or the other. And then the past life stuff, which I will do. It's just probably going to be a lot longer video, and I can't really do that first thing in the morning. So I need to have like 45 minutes, and that's probably going to be something on the weekend that I'm going to do. Let me think. Is there anything else? I've talked about the Ascension symptoms. I talked about the Federal Reserve. Let me know what kind of Ascension symptoms you feel like you are having. I can't think of anything other specific. But anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Keep an eye on things. Like I said, you can look up, there's a couple places where they talk about the Federal Reserve being down yesterday. I don't believe anything they're saying. I think they're trying to play it down as if nothing happened and it was no big deal, but I don't believe it. My gut and my soul says something bigger was going on with that whole thing. So I will talk to you later. I hope everybody has a great day. Bye.